Hello, this is just a short update video about predictions for year 2025. That's almost over, and year 2026. I'm very tired today, so I'll try to keep it short and just sum up what I said so far and what I'm going to work on in the next couple of days and weeks. Because I had a quick look at horoscopes of Czech Republic and Slovakia that are another type of astrological twins like India and Pakistan. So they would have very, very similar horoscopes, but a bit different. So that is a thing that I will work on. I did horoscope of Ukraine, and as I said before, the year ahead of us and the year that we already had was intense, but the next year, 2026, is going to be interesting as well. And it really depends whether you have placements in your natal chart in places that are going to get affected or not. I say that around 90% of population of this planet is going to get affected by this big transit of Neptune and Saturn working together. Not only with these two planets, but with Uranus and Pluto as well. And I did already say that in 2026, we are going to have quite an interesting January and February, maybe with a bit of a pause in March. And then in April, we are going to get intensity as well. And this intensity regarding April is going to be joined with Uranus, one of the main players on the board, entering Gemini at the very, very end of April and beginning of May, as far as I remember. But we will have a number of planets, a parade of planets in Aries. So we'll have Neptune, Saturn, is it Sun, Aries, Proserpine, Mars, and Mercury in one sign. And the sign of Aries is the sign of initiation, of new beginnings, of a kickstart. So this is going to be an interesting timing anyways. And another day that is going to affect me personally as well is going to be the 27th, let's say 27th, the end of July, especially the moment when we'll have a conjunction of Moon and Pluto. So the deepest emotions will be touched and powered. And in the same time, on the other side of the spectrum, we will have a very strong aspect that happens every year. That is conjunction of Sun, of ego, of self-awareness with Jupiter that inflates and expands everything. So, and they are on the opposite side of the spectrum. So I would suggest that might be a trigger point for some revolutionary action, as Pluto is in the sign of revolution, Uranian sign, and at the same time they are going to be in trine with Uranus and in sextile regarding Sun and Jupiter. So, but we will talk about this transit later in one of my videos, especially just before the transit is going to happen. But I want to speak again about what I think about the AI in one of the and in general communication of the year 2026 and beyond, because it will take time, and so we will discuss this matter as well, and we will discuss the matter of revolutions that, in my less than humble opinion, are going to show up sooner or later in some places, some sort of unrest. But most importantly, I will try to create, if I have enough time over the Christmas period, to create a roadmap of days that contain more energetic intensity. So if you wish, you'll be able to do a bit of magic in that very day or days during the year, because on January and February, from point of view of doing magic, is going to be interesting and full of moments that you'll be able to use to create abundance, wealth, love, whatever you want. And even though that the times that we are already experiencing and that we are going to experience are intense, it does not mean that they are bad. Sometimes, from time to time, revolutions and big changes in the world happen, and sometimes very dramatic. But it all has to happen to make room for something new and better. And as I said in the videos before, we are going to experience, first of all, Uranus will have to finish its job in Taurus, so the financial system will be revolutionized and will be nothing like it was before. That's number one. Number two, when Uranus enters Gemini, that's at the end of April, beginning of May 2026, it will start its revolutionary electric work regarding the communication that we are using. So we had the invention of radio, of television, color television, telegraph. That's over. We are going to go to the next level. How far? I don't know, but next 6-7 years will show us what sort of revolution can we expect in this very matter. And a part of that, for about 18 or 20 years, we will have Pluto in Aquarius, maybe 15. That is going to be, as usually, a trigger and the deepest hidden emotions, an enemy triggering revolutions. And as I said in one of my videos, I highly suggest not to get involved from a very simple reason, as a very good example from history of France and French Revolution was Mr. Robespierre. That was one of the leading figures during the French Revolution, and as far as I remember, he ended up in the exactly same manner as people they thought with. So that would be my advice. Whether I'm right or wrong, I don't know. And the other thing is that the period where Neptune and Saturn are going to be in Aries, in my less than humble opinion, the way wars are being thought, they already were revolutionized. So we switched from heavy equipment into small drones that are very annoying, very cheap, and usually very difficult to avoid and destroy. And the precision they have is exceptional, comparing to price. And they are very diverse. But I would expect that there's much more to come, and these new tactics and weapons will, because Neptune in general is responsible for things like pharmacy, chemicals, liquids, water, fog, mist. So these elements might be included in the future warfare as well. As we have Saturn in the same sign and very close with Neptune for a couple of days in February, that means that building borders and enclosing, separating, building walls from someone or something will be popular as well. So it is possible that some countries will dissolve their borders, other countries will try to isolate themselves from the others. And I would say that United States as such will go into some sort of isolationism as well. And as I said before, in probably January, maybe this year, or even earlier, that very important days we can expect in August 2025. And we had this meeting of Mr. President Trump and Mr. President Putin. And as I said, I think that behind the walls, behind the curtains, the discussion was how to divide the world to provide another long period of peace and, technically speaking, prosperity. And whether these talks were successful or not, I don't know. I made a video about the future of Ukraine and Mr. Zelensky. I said that I gave date that I think that was January, that Mr. Zelensky might be forced to leave, to resign, whether just his position or maybe country. Maybe we have to move for certain reasons. And then that the very intense period in his life is going to be January and February anyways. So that's in the video about the negotiations and future of Ukraine. Horoscope of Ukraine looks difficult and challenging for the months and years to come. And I would say some sort of disagreements and internal cracks can show up in Ukraine as well, and that Ukraine can go into revolutionary mode. So people of Ukraine may start fighting each other. That is possible as well. And that's why I want to do the horoscope of Poland, Slovakia. I have the good date for Poland. I have good date for Slovakia. I don't have a good date for Lithuania and Latvia yet. I did do Estonia, and as far as I remember, Estonia is going to have difficult period from 2027. So these countries are the ones that I want to cover. I do feel that as soon as United States will try to leave their business behind in Europe, that Germans, as they did in past, and they are very good in recovering from different positions as soon as they are given free hand in politics and economics, that they will try to boost how powerful Germany is in Europe. And I think that they might have a long period of prosperity, let's say, in Germany, but we'll see. And but I haven't checked it properly. Then that's just my feeling. And did I do the horoscope of Taiwan finally or not? Maybe I did. But personally, I think that Taiwan is not going to, well, at least they are not willing to go to any sort of a war, because from what I know and what I feel about the Asians in general, they would, especially Chinese, they would try to escape from going to war as much as they can. And these are both, this is Chinese culture, as Chinese say China is not a country, it's a civilization. So they will do everything they can not to fight each other. And I think that finally Taiwan will join China peacefully. Regarding countries like Japan, I don't have a good natal chart for Japan, so I don't have a horoscope of Japan. Maybe there is one in the internet, I didn't look hard enough, but I should have the horoscope, a good horoscope of South Korea, and horoscope without the particular time for North Korea. So we try to have a look at these countries as well. And the feelings that I had regarding Panama, I had them probably a year ago, and I made a video about it. So I do, and then I checked the horoscope as well. There is some sort of tension that Panama, according to the horoscope, of course, and my feelings is going to experience in January next year, at least. So that was one of the feelings that I had. The other feelings that I had just recently was this. That was weird. Like I've seen and felt a water bus probably in Dublin, somewhere in Ireland. When I thought about Ireland, I don't know what it is. Maybe I will try to focus on it some other time. And the other one was this big machete fight between two groups of people, rather in Switzerland, but in a German-speaking country. So in that region, very center of Europe itself. So we'll see whether these feelings that I had are right or wrong. And I do believe, again, that next year, United States are going to go into some sort of maybe civil unrest, but they had similar, not the same. It's never the same. The history does not repeat itself. It rhymes, if so. So there would be similar aspects to the time of civil war in the United States, and this can be expected from what is going to happen in the United States. And I had this feeling about Iran. I did make a video about it where I seen a fuse. I don't really know map of Iran well, but I had this feeling and I made a picture where actually in Tehran, in the capital of Iran, I've seen the fuse being lit, and it was going to the Strait of Hormuz, so to the Persian Gulf. That film is available as well. You can watch it. And I had a look at the horoscope of Iran, and Iran is the horoscope of the latest country of Iran is quite young, so it is, but it seems to be working more or less fine. We'll see whether the predictions that I made are right or wrong. The Israeli horoscope seems to be working fine so far, and American horoscope is working fine. I'm still thinking of UK, because that would be an important place to check out as well. I think I finally confirmed a few things regarding horoscope of UK, so we'll do that soon. But I would say that UK is going to expect some sort of civil unrest as well. 1 second, I have another sip of water. So if you are interested in horoscope of certain nations or countries, let me know. And I have a new camera. I don't know whether it's working as it should, because I just started working with it yesterday, but we'll see. So that's it for today. I will keep you updated, because there's so much interesting times that are ahead of us, 90% of us. Hopefully very fruitful to all of us, but they are going to be intense. We are going to expect an intense timing according to astrology. How intense and how it is going to turn out, we'll see. But January, February, April next year, and this period at the end of July 2026. Yeah. And then we check other countries. And the most important part here is subscribe to my channel, because I don't have enough subscribers. Where is my other hand? Come on. Okay, I have 2 hands now. So subscribe to my channel. That gives me power and force to get you more videos. And write me a comment. So if you want to find out something interesting that other people will be interested as well, I mean in Mundane astrology, so astrology of countries, let me know in the comments below, and we'll see how it goes. So that's it for today, and I will be working on horoscopes of nations and public people as well. That most politicians like, because I do not want to waste time on the pop stars, for example, because this is not the time to wonder how good they are doing. So that's it for today. See you next time, and bye.